Right guys, welcome back to episode 46 on the campaign of France. So I have lined up the fleet we're using today. As you can see in the thumbnail, we have got the ridge track we're going to use to get the grass for the sheep. We've got the small class with the bale trailer. We've got the other class with the baler. We've got my Oxbow with the dribble bar so we can fertilise our grass fields. And we have got the mower. So we've got a bunch of brands in there, bunch of different types of kit. I'm gonna cut the grass on the small field because we know that's enough to fill up the forage wagon to feed the sheep. So we're going to do that first. You'll notice it's 3 p.m. The rain stopped not long ago. You'll remember from the last episode it was raining. Lower and turn on. So I said I was going to try and get this next episode in the second part of the day. Didn't quite expect it to rain as much as it has done, or for as long as it did do. I was hoping it would finish closer to 2 o'clock than 3 o'clock. But what can you do? What can you do? So we are going to quickly cut this, and then we're going to go and feed the sheep. Now, the other thing to remember is the sheep barn only has about 4,000 litres of grass in there. So I'm hoping I can fill it up, then come back and top up the forage wagon with what is left on this small field. If not, then we'll top it up with something from one of the other fields that we're going to cut, which are our two bigger fields. I've just realised I've missed out on all the long grass around the edges. That little bit there. What am I doing? See, I'm making a meal of this. Right. We can now do all of this in one pass. And then we can park this up on the end. Right, turn off, lift mower, fold. We'll go and drop it off on the end here. So it is ready for us to go over onto field, I want to say 37, that's 37, I'm sure it is. There we go. Right, let's get this forage wagon. Let's collect it up so we can feed the sheep. And then we can crack on and do the other two fields. And we're going to make silage. I've gone with silage instead of hay because we know we're coming to the end of using this map. We're going to change map soon. And I just want to make as much money as I can. And I do have plenty of hay, frankly, to keep us going over the winter. Depending upon how far we go, if I need to, then the first cut next spring will be for hay. And actually, given that it's October, I'm wondering if in November all there is going to be is potentially hay contracts. There's not a lot of silage contracts available at the moment. I can't imagine there's going to be harvesting that we're likely to do. You know, I'm not going to be harvesting root crops. So there might be some ploughing or cultivating, which I hope there is, because I enjoy doing those. And that's something we haven't done for a while. Right. Can I do this field without hitting that sign? Yes, I can. That might be a first. Right. Let's fill this up and then we can go and feed the sheep. Yeah, so November, maybe there's contracts. But there's not a lot for us to do on the farm. We're not going to plant anything. We've done the cultivating now. We would have cut the grass here in October. December we'll start being able to sell stuff. So we'll have to see what November brings us from a contracting perspective. And one of the new maps, as I've said to you, is going to be like that. The new series is going to be a contractor series. If you've watched me, you know I love doing contracts. So I've decided I'm just going to... Why won't this pick it up? I don't understand. I thought I would try doing a contract. There we are. I know some people do that on their live streams, multiplayers. But I am going to go to an American map, which I've not yet done on YouTube, and I am going to do contracting there. But I still need another map to choose for the second series, to replace Zalonka once I've got my 10 million on there. Right, let's... that way, with the contracting, whatever we do will be whatever comes up. There'll be no planning on my part, I don't think. I might be able to sign up for a contract one day, ready for it to be so that I can do it the next day. If it's a harvesting contract that you can be done over 2 days. The same with cultivating or ploughing. If right at the end of the day there's contracts available, I might be able to pick them and then do them in the next episode, but that will be the extent of the planning. I won't be able to do anything else. Right, so 87%, we can go and fill this up on field 37 once that is done. Right, so let's jump in. Go around the road, unfold, and start. Lower, turn on, and crack on. Right, so I'm going to crack on with this, guys. I'm going to come back to you when all the grass is cut and we are topping up the loading wagon and starting the baling. See you in a bit. Right guys, welcome back. We are just trying to finish this last field. I'm making a meal of it. Let's just... There we go. Got it all there. There we are. Not the tidiest that I've ever done it, but it is now done nonetheless. That is all of the grass. So let's lift, turn off and fold. And then we can go and put this in the barn. Right. There you go, my friend. Let's put you in there. Oops. We need to, yeah, fantastic. Do some baling. So I'm going to bale on here. Lower, turn on, oh, you've got to unfold it. Oh my goodness. Right, there we go. So I'm not on fire today. I'm a bit all over the place, and I don't know why. I did have a bad night's sleep, to be fair. I stayed up to watch the Mets. I'm a Mets fan. They were thrashing the Florida Marlins, the Miami Marlins, and they blew up and lost a 3-run lead at the end. So it was 9-all, and then it ended up going to extra innings, and Florida won, and we were winning. Florida, Miami won, and the Mets were winning all the way through. They were playing way better. Anyway, so I stayed up a bit late, midnight, by the time that had finished. And then I couldn't sleep all night long. I was having just a nightmare trying to get to sleep. Or when I rolled over, my shoulder hurt. Or if I was too hot one minute, then I was cold. I just couldn't sleep for the life of me. So, I was up half the night. Yes, so, sub-story, I'm not all with it because I didn't sleep well, I guess. That in mind means I probably will sleep just fine tonight. Right, so I think I've got all of the grass there. 5 bales. Lift the pick up and turn it off. Right, before we bale on that last field, we need to top up the grass from the forage wagon. So what we'll do is we'll jump out here and go and get into here. We'll go around the roundabout. We'll go and top up. It shouldn't take us long. Let's turn on the loading wagon. We'll just go down here. Oh my goodness, look at that. I can't even go straight. There, we're done. Right. So, let's leave that there. I'll take that back in a minute. We can now go and jump in the class with the baler. And we can get that done. I definitely think, and I know it's probably boring for everybody else, but I'm going to use this baler more often. It's not expensive, but it makes it fun. And lower pickup, turn on. It stops me spending loads and loads and loads of time baling. This is the same, doing this bit right now is the same as doing it with any other machine. I'm just doing it quicker. So it doesn't need to be a Massey or a Fendt or whatever. Because it is time consuming making content, I've got to say. Sometimes you have to think, like I did in the last episode, and actually I don't mind doing that. It's thinking, changing your content around based on the weather, for example. I was going to do hay contract last episode, but we saw it was going to rain. So instead I did the cultivating so that we could not waste time, and then we could get 2 episodes done out of 1 month, and that makes more content for you guys. So we're getting quite a few bales here. We've got a lot. Wow, 13. Well, we're going to get 15, 16 bales maybe. Maybe only 15, because that's 14. Yeah, just 15 bales. Right, so now it is time for me to come and collect them all up. So let's put this here for a second. Turn off, lift pick up, fold the baler. Fantastic. Let's jump in the class. Right. Let's do these. Hang on, I need to put it in operating. Right. So I'm going to collect up the rest of the bales. I'll come back to you guys when it's time to start the fertilizing. See you in a bit. Hey guys, welcome back. Now, as I was just setting up the Oxbow to do the fertilising, and I was putting all the other things back in the barns where they need to be, I quickly checked just to see if there was anything else we could do, and there was a tiny, as you can see, a very tiny contract. But the field is right next to where we're going to deliver the goods to the co-op, so I thought, why not? And actually, it's probably going to take us less time to do the contract than it has done for me to drive the harvester to the field. So it's just another thing, with beginning the episode we went through all the vehicles we were going to use, different types of vehicles to do different farming activities, whether that was baling, fertilising, cutting the grass, whatever it was, they were different things. Now we've got in a tiny soybean harvest. Now the contract was £245. Obviously I'm hoping I'll get just over £200 worth of crop for doing this. So we should get 500 quid for a couple of minutes work. I'm going backwards just because of where the trees are up there. It's a lot easier just to back up and then do this. I should be able to spin round next time. So we'll get this done with 2 more passes, because this is a tiny harvester, this little Russell mash. Right, spin round. When I started this, I thought, doing the small fields would make a pleasant change, and it has done, but I have now got to a point where actually they're probably a little bit too small, and I do want to do something different. And I know the contracting thing I'm going to do is going to go right to the other extreme, which is going to take me a lot more time to make content, but it is different. It's going to be very different from doing this. So here we are, we're nearly done. Tiny little harvest to drop into the trailer. Right, let's lift up the header, turn it off, bring out the auger. There we go, making a meal of that, sorry. Once we've dropped it off, we can get straight on with doing the fertilising. I'll take these back to the yard afterwards. Right. It's a real shame that big field I haven't had the chance to do any contracts on. I really was hoping when we started this map that would be a way. Oh blimey, that is a sandwich, that was. Oopsie. I really thought that was going to be a way I was going to get to earn money by doing a really big contract relative to the rest of the fields. But it was either root crops, which we don't want to do, or it ended up being, the crop going to the Grand Moulin next to us, which always fails. None of the contracts ever wanted paying off delivering here. Right. How much? What? Oh, I've misread this. I've just done a contract and they're going to take all my money back. Right. I really thought when I read that it said co-op. Must have been one. That's frustrating. Okay, so we've just done that contract and we've earned no money out of it. Never mind, you've had the entertainment of me making a fool of myself. So we're going to get on with the fertilizing. Lower and turn on. Well, I thought we were. Now, if I come out here with the dry fertilizer spreader, why is it not doing it? The flag's further up. Oh, because I haven't done automatic, maybe. I must... It still isn't doing it. So I've got automatic. It says it needs it. Oh, I haven't turned on the distributor. Oh my goodness. I'm having a proper nightmare, aren't I? Right. We're doing it. And finally I knocked the sign off. It goes to show you can play this game for a long time and you still make schoolboy mistakes. Okay. Right, lift it, turn it off, fold it. We'll go and do field 37. And let's go round the roundabout. 26% on that tiny field was used up with the tank. That tells me we're probably going to have to refill the tank after this field. Right, so I'm going to get on and do this, hopefully without making any more mistakes. And I will come back to you when we're on the last field. See you in a bit. Hey guys, welcome back. We've, as you can hopefully see, literally just topped up the Oxbow. So we're just finalising this last grass field. And then we're done, and you can see the sun's coming down, the shadows are getting long. Right. I started at the other end where the trees were because that's obviously more difficult, so I went along the bottom and then came back up. So now we can just finish through the middle. This is a little bit big for the map, you know, I'm not denying that, but you can get away with it. And Campaign of France is one of the smallest maps you're going to end up using in the game. You know, St. Calais was small, but I used it on that, I think, because that has bigger fields. It's a smaller map, but has bigger fields. So you can, if you get the smallest one of these, use it on pretty much any map, I would say. Right, there's a tiny little bit I've missed just over here. I think, yes, there. There we are. There's a tiny little strip there, which is, yeah, it has picked it up. Right, and fold. So, yeah, bigger fields, the Oxbow works. And it spins on itself. You know, with the trike wheels, it's brilliant. It's very, very mobile, which helps you make it work on these smaller fields. So it's fantastic. Right, I've got cleaning to do. You can see it's getting rid of muck. It is now covered in muck. So that's it for this episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time.